Hi, Sunnies.
I like that.
How you doing?
The spin. That was fun.
It was fun. It was a moment, right?
Addie was like, I didn't know that was going to happen.
That was cool. It was like
Oh, man, that was cool.
digital whiplash there. Well, welcome to the afternoon show.
All right, let's get this. Uh-oh.
Exciting. Get the horse all going here a little bit.
Got no teleprompter paddle.
You're getting a new intern for the afternoon.
Okay, hold on. Whoa.
All right.
No.
Simmer down.
Okay, this is interesting. Nope, wrong way, Idaho.
Oh,
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Here we go.
there we go.
I wonder why.
I think we should fix this before we go on.
Yeah, we might just have to
Am I unplugged?
clip it.
I have no idea.
It's okay. Let them see the disaster. You realize that that's how first days happen.
It sells.
It's this.
It sells. It's sexy.
Something's
Yeah.
wrong.
It's
She's not in
chic.
control of it.
It's when the
Sexy.
teleprompter don't tweak.
Go ahead.
I got nothing on here. Teleprompter dead. I find that singing when you don't know what's going on is the best way to do it. It's not plugged in.
Oh.
It's not plugged in because Addie doesn't do her job.
No.
Don't blame me.
Don't
we all
blame-
know.
You have to sing it. It's karaoke.
Because I do my job very well, actually.
Yours-
blame me.
Your
Lord,
salary is
made
zero
me
plus
crazy.
plus. No. No.
Yes.
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 Good job, Poppy.
She's too busy
Aye.
singing.
Sexy. All right. Why don't we take it from the top? Okay. This is your line.
We're waiting for
We're waiting.
my general manager to give me the cue.
General manager. That's the technical director. Either be
Which hat is he wearing right now?
accurate. GTFO.
Are we just going to, and then we'll just cut this?
No,
crap
we're
out?
not cutting this. This is the show, Davey.
Okay. Oh, we on?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
This entire time. What do you mean? Are we going to cut this?
Oh, what a
we
hot mess.
can't cut this.
Good afternoon,
Let's
Sunnies.
roll.
Welcome
Here we
to
go.
the Sunny in the Afternoon. It's our afternoon delight.
All right, simmer down, champion. This is the afternoon show. We spill the celebrity tea. Court is in session, Sunnies. You're going to be the judge and the jury on Is This News?
We've also got an 80s music pop culture quiz, and Addie's ready for Reddit. Let's unpack this.
Okay, I like it.
Don't forget, guys, you have to text the word SUNNY Sunny to 904-227-4422 so you can stay connected to all things on the Sunny Network.
I'm just watching as Dave is scrolling through graphics that have nothing to do with what we're doing right now.
Loving all of this.
This is the best ever for a show. All right, Sunny St. John's can be found on Instagram at sunnysaint.johns. Facebook is Sunny St. John's, one word. And the Titty Talk has sunny.saint.johns.
Beautiful.
So let's spill the celebrity on today's show. Subpoenas fly, reality TV dies, and giving birth costs more than your first car.
Today's forecast, swift shade, Bravo betrayals, and one boss who's really should have never asked for the feedback.
It's giving corporate karma, and I love that for us.
I do love it.
Let's start with the big one, though, Boo. Taylor Swift has been subpoenaed in the Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni drama over It Ends With Us. Apparently, licensing a single track now makes you a co-producer?
There's a little more to that story, though.
Tell me.
Honestly, the only thing she should be testifying about is why My Tears Ricochet still emotionally ruins me at 2 a.m.
Y'all better leave her out of it. She's booked and busy. World tour, girl math, emotional damage. Let her live.
Oh, okay. Well, meanwhile, Elijah Blue Allman was spotted spiraling outside the Chateau Marmont. Cher tried the conservatorship route, but Elijah said, nah. Now it's giving tragic sequel.
From gypsies, tramps, and thieves to full-on rock bottom. Someone please send this man a hug and a hydration packet.
All right.
Brony got straight up archived.
Right?
Bravo said ciao for now, and it's giving soft ghost.
Oh, I don't like the sound of a soft ghost.
Yeah, it doesn't really give hard ghosts a really good meaning. Yeah.
Gross.
Well, 14 seasons of Ramona's Tears, Luann's Cabaret, and Unhinged Brunches gone. And all we get is the future of iterations. Translation, we are winging it, so please don't cancel your Peacock subscription just yet.
Interesting. Meanwhile, one boss wanted constructive criticism and instead got obliterated by the entire team. The internet is cackling, and so are we.
That team said, "You asked, we delivered." It's giving roast and not review.
That's what I love, a good roast. TikTok's latest civil war, the seat recline debate. A woman called out a passenger for reclining on a 90-minute flight, and the internet combusted.
This is a hot topic,
It
I gotta tell you.
is.
Reclining on a short flight is like clipping your toenails in a shared Uber. No. Technically possible, but deeply criminal.
Yeah, I've seen it happen in an airport.
Ugh.
A new mom just went viral for showing her hospital bill $200 Tylenol and $8K for the privilege of giving birth. America, where delivery comes with a surcharge and trauma.
It absolutely did. The trauma part is right. Childbirth, more like child debt.
Yeah. Time to lighten it up with our totally tubular 1980s music quiz. From leg warmers to leather jackets, let's test how rad Meredith's retro call really is.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
This quiz is more iconic than your mom's playlist.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Okay, so Davey, what have we got?
All right. If you've ever fantasized about telling your boss exactly what you think of their leadership, but without getting fired, the thing is, this is going to be your therapy session, Sunnies.
Okay.
It's the manager's roast. HR didn't approve.
Yeah, this manager decided to invite anonymous feedback from his team, and let me tell you, the team did not hold back. It was like a Yelp review for emotional damage.
The responses range from "you micromanage everything" to "you're the reason why I left," which is basically corporate code of "it's not me, it's entirely you."
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. And
Okay.
here's the twist. They posted the whole feedback sheet online.
Oh my God.
Bold move for somebody who just got metaphorically curb stomped by their staff.
Wow. So if you've ever wanted to know what the workplace revenge looks like, bullet points and correct grammar, welcome to the manager's roast. HR obviously did not approve.
All right, so let's see what happened
Yeah, what
here.
happened was.
A manager reportedly asked his team for anonymous feedback. What he received was less constructive notes and more open mic at a burn ward.
Instead of keeping his in-house, the manager posted the entire feedback sheet online. Oh, so they did it. That's interesting. And wanted to learn from it. Was that brave, do you think, or delusional?
So the feedback included, you don't listen.
Oh, gosh.
You take credit for our work.
Oh, my God.
And you're the reason I quit.
Wow.
So these were not like I don't know that there was anything constructive about some of these. They were harsh, they were mean, but apparently they were called for.
Do you think this changed the manager's paradigm on how he was he or she's leadership?
I don't know. More feedback was you manage by fear, not respect. And
yeah, that's very 1987 George Orwell right there. Yeah.
And it basically says that your intention doesn't mean you should be such a disaster. Like it doesn't erase all of the issues. You know, like your intention doesn't matter. Basically, what you did, and you were wrong for doing it. But what gets me about this is it wasn't one person. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it was a
it wasn't
group.
one employee. It was all the employees. So if everybody is saying it, clearly it's a problem,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean, Addie, you come from like an environment where open communication is really key for a successful. Do you see like the manager's viewpoint here and kind of opening up the floor? What's your?
I mean,
thoughts
let's
on
start
this?
with Addie is 25.
Okay, we don't have to put her business
Well,
on
wait,
the street.
which,
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I don't
She's a
even know which one we're talking about.
Oh, we're
right
talking
now.
about the manager put this out there to his staff. Okay, they're asking what do you think? What are some policies that could change? And the staff literally roasted the manager, saying you're the reason why I quit. You rule with a stentorian voice. You don't listen to anybody. Where does open communication? Where's the line drawn in your demographic?
I don't know. I think it's so important to listen to your who you're managing. Like
Yeah.
if they're coming at you and saying all that stuff, you've got to listen. And obviously, maybe you haven't been listening.
True.
If it festered up to this point,
Have you-
how does it get to this point?
Have you ever had a manager who managed this way?
Yes, for
Yes.
sure. And it was really weird because I really felt for them in the aspect that they were doing their best. They were under a lot of pressure, and a lot of the rest of my coworkers couldn't see that. And they would come in being so mad, and they would just, see everything very flat level, and they would
True.
be so mad at the manager. But it's like, no, you don't understand. They have numbers to hit. They're getting complaints from this and that. They're working directly under somebody else.
Yeah.
But does that
But
mean
no
the trickle
one
down
communicated. And so what happened was
What happened was
a bunch of us, and I say us because I happened to also work there. I had nothing to do with it. But we don't know who did it. So somebody wrote a note and left it on the car of the manager. And it was like a note that had nothing to do with what the manager was doing wrong at their job. It was like, at this point, it had built up so much that we've, now they're just bullying.
Right.
They were like, your face looks like this and your family is like that.
Ooh.
And
They were going below the
you
belt.
hate your life because
Yeah.
of blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And it's like, oh my gosh, these problems can explode. People need to communicate.
Yeah, that's not
But
gonna be
managers have to be
proactive.
receptive. No matter what pressure you're under, like, you can't let it get to that point.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I wondered about this is with the manager posting this online, was it really because they were like, lesson learned and I need to swallow this humble pie? Or were they being pissy like these people were mean to me?
Right.
And I don't know that answer. We didn't get that from the story, so not sure.
Well,
but
there goes that story. Just throw that one out. All right.
moral of the story, don't ask questions you're not ready to emotionally sob in a conference room over.
And maybe skip the anonymous feedback survey if your nickname at work is Walking Red Flag.
Okay.
So fasten your seatbelts and put your tray tables in the upright position because our next story is taking off with full pettiness and zero legroom. It's recline and unwind or start a sky war. Oh.
Yeah, so this has apparently been a big thing all the way around, but a TikToker went viral after sharing footage of a plane passenger who fully reclined their seat mid-flight, AKA the universal way to declare, I hate the person behind me.
So the internet had thoughts, and by thoughts, we mean a digital brawl in the comments about etiquette, entitlement, and aerodynamics of rude behavior.
Honestly, the only thing more cramped than Coach is the moral high ground everybody thinks they're standing on.
So let's break it down in this great in-flight debate. Reclining rights versus knee space and why the real villain might be the seat designer from 2004.
So we talked about this in the Michelle from Destiny's Child story.
Yeah, remember?
And you made a good point. You're 6'4", 6'5"?
6'4" and 3/4.
So those 3/4 count.
That's what she said.
You've got
I'm
long
big.
legs.
Yeah.
Well, I just meant your knees jut out farther than the normal sized human,
sakes,
right? Because you're almost 6'5".
Yes.
So if I'm sitting in front of you and I start doing this,
I just let it go. Yeah,
you let it go. Do you see? See me?
You have to. When you're this large, smaller people.
The way I see it is there's like you're on a plane, you're all in this together, guys. It's
Yeah.
teamwork. Okay.
Yeah.
Teamwork
If
makes
you're
the dream
sitting
work.
behind or in front, think of who is around you, okay? Your knees shoving it, if you're playing the game on the screen,
Yeah.
respectfully tap, right?
Right.
Respectfully.
So would you say something if it was bothering you? Would you be assertive and be like, boo?
I'm the type that would say something, and I would say it so politely that you would think I was giving you an award for
Right.
living.
Yeah.
Like it would just be like, I know that this is so hard. I know that this plane is so small. I'm here for you. You're taller than me. If there's anything I can do, but please, Lord, please.
Yeah, right.
Can
you
you
stop?
stop?
Right, yeah.
And if you can't, then I understand. But really, you're going to look me in the eyes.
Yes.
You're going to tell me.
That's the great way of doing that.
That
How
you
would you
can't.
handle this?
So this is posted and the caption read, I paid $400 for this seat. I should be able to recline, quoting the seat reclining alleged justification, meaning that person didn't necessarily say it, but the person who posted the video.
Right.
The internet is then divided. One says, buy business class if you need a nap, Janet. If you recline fully on a flight under 3 hours, you're a villain. I don't know. I got to be honest. I recline immediately.
Do you really?
As soon as they're like, we've taken off and it's cool, I recline because I'm normally trying to sleep. I got to be honest, though. I'm trying to think of my 45-minute flights like to Jax to Atlanta. I don't know that I'm reclining per se there because you literally go wheels up and they're like Flight attendants, please prepare for departure
I will say I
or
only
arrival.
recline on international flights.
What? International?
Or
what
like
if you go?
longer than 6-hour flights? Like if the plane, you're in a different type of cabin when it's a flight like that, first of all. And also, otherwise, I'm not reclining at all because of my personal beliefs about the ethics of planes. Like I said, we're all in this together. If I
Yeah.
can handle not reclining,
No way.
then I will not recline so that someone else can.
As
And I'm not
large
gonna-
as I am,
I'm not
No.
gonna let it domino.
I do not recline. Period.
No.
I
Forget
won't
it.
let
don't.
the domino.
I try to
yeah.
get an exit aisle, or I go into business class if I need to. But because I know how inconvenient that is to recline on somebody, and being so large that it really does. It circumvents their flight
Listen,
experience.
I'm a recline
We
all
know,
day
yeah.
day.
Mm-hmm.
All day day.
Well,
I
you
will
went
recline.
through childbirth. I mean, that's
I
really,
will recline. I don't care.
That qualifies you as allowed to be reclining.
No, I always am an aisle seat person because of my amount of bathroom breaks that I need.
Oh yeah,
So I always do that, not to disrupt the rest of the row.
yeah.
But are you okay?
Yeah. Not to disrupt the rest of the show.
I don't know what's happening over there. Poppy threw something at Addie.
Oh, wow.
But I am always a aisle seat person.
See, I'm a window.
You're trapped then. What happens when you have to pee-pee?
I just
Oh,
go.
this is very interesting. So, have you heard of raw dogging a flight?
Yes.
Me and RJ talk about this all of the time.
Let's talk. I don't think Meredith knows what this
I
means.
don't. I mean, I know what raw dogging means, but not in the sense of a flight.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is, so raw dogging a flight. One time, even RJ was like, I just had to raw dog that flight, but it turned out he didn't. He just didn't have AirPods. He still had a phone because raw dogging a flight is when you do not have any of your things and you sit there in silence and you do not partake in entertainment and you're just there.
I hate it. I couldn't
Beginning
do it.
to end of flight. And so it's a thing that's kind of trending because it's like,
Yeah, it's a big trend.
would
yeah.
you, it's like, people say things like, weird thing about my boyfriend's red flag is that he raw dogs flights.
Yeah.
People say it like
So I have forgotten my earpods and had no Wi-Fi. And so I've had to sit, no music, with a phone that does nothing.
Wow.
So I guess that's raw
that.
dogging.
You've raw dogged a flight then.
But I did,
Congratulations.
you know what I would do though, is I would go into my phone photos and just look at photos.
Nope.
So
then
like a-
that doesn't
That's
count.
not raw
slideshow.
dogging.
That's
You've
not
now
raw
just been
dogging.
disqualified.
Well, because who would want to do that? A psychopath.
I guess if you're really meditative or you
Yeah.
don't really care for the digital underground.
Being one with the earth
No.
in the air.
One
All
with
right.
the earth in
Pat,
the air.
one with the earth in,
In
the
the
air.
air.
Well, you're technically still on Earth, right?
Kind of, sort of.
One with the atmosphere.
So if you're planning on reclining in a 90-minute flight, congrats. You're officially the human version of a middle seat.
Okay, F all y'all. F all y'all.
Well, now a word from our feature sponsor at Bin 39.
Nice.
If wine is your love language, Bin 39 is your perfect match.
Tucked inside the charming St. George Inn, this iconic wine bar, crafted by the legendary grape guru himself, Irving Cass, this is downtown St. Augustine's best-kept secret with over 90 rare boutique wines by the glass.
Whether you're a seasoned sommelier or just a wine-curious lassie, Irving and his team make every pour approachable, memorable, and fabulous. They have an extraordinary life.
All right. If you thought giving birth was just about pain, screaming, and your dignity leaving the room, you forgot the final boss battle, the bill. Welcome to Push, Breathe, Swipe, the price of birth in America.
Yeah, a mom on TikTok just laid out the itemized cost of her hospital birth, and it's basically a CVS receipt of an emotional damage.
Yeah, we're talking $8,000 for a 2-day stay, $3,000 for the epidural, and $200 for a Tylenol.
What?
For that price, the nurse better whisper affirmations and hand feed me ice chips laced with gold.
I know that's right. And the wild part, that's what insurance is all about. That's what America said. Congratulations on your new bundle of joy. Now please Venmo us your soul.
Yeah, could you? I mean, I get it. That's your out-of-pocket pay. So let's break down the cost of crying, contracting, and capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done this 3 times.
Yeah, tell us.
So I can
Does it
tell
go
you.
up more each time? You get frequent flyer miles?
Yeah, you do get frequent flyer miles. No, but the delivery room itself is $2,200. It does not come with spa music or mood lighting. There was a one-line item that was $60 for skin-to-skin contact. That means if you held your own baby and it touched your skin, that's a $60 charge.
Wow.
The bill didn't include prenatal care, baby supplies, or postpartum follow-ups. So basically, a $3,000 epidural, worth it.
Now, can you
Check.
negotiate these medical bills? I feel like you can go to these.
Only if you don't have insurance can you negotiate a
Okay.
bill. If you are insured, you're going to pay
You
whatever
can
the rate
ask-
is.
I thought you could ask for a cash, you can ask for the cash.
Self-pay?
Yeah, you can ask for
Sure.
the self-pay option, and then you get, even if you don't have to tell them you have insurance.
No, you don't have to tell them you have insurance, but depending on what your out-of-pocket deductible is, if the self-pay price is higher, then you're obviously going to go with the deductible. But you also, if this is your deductible pay, you're probably going to hit it for the year. Now, you go ahead and have that baby then in January. Don't be silly and have that baby in June, because now you just lost 6 months. You know what I'm saying? That's insurance math.
Yes, insurance math.
That's insurance math.
But there's a
Insurance
lot
math.
of like lower income people that can't afford these things, and this is why they're having like babies in living rooms, and obviously we have like babies are being lost in the middle of these births because they have the fear of actually going to the hospital and getting something like this.
Listen, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying it is what
True.
it is. I agree with you. I think healthcare, especially for women, is effed up
Yeah.
in general because, number one, we're taken as hysterical, so we're not treated for many things because doctors don't believe us. Number two, insurance alone charges women more for certain procedures. Honestly, it's why I chose to have my ovary removed in February. It sounds silly, but they told me in October that I needed it to be removed, and I was like, not. Tell me when's your first available, January 1. And they were like, we're not until February. I said, great, sign me up. I'm not paying that deductible at the end of the year. That's crazy. No way. So you have to game the system.
Wow. So you actually like playing a game.
It is like playing a game and then paying that bill. They would not take me back for surgery until I had paid the entire deductible. I had to spread it across 3 credit cards.
No way.
I'm not kidding.
That's outrageous.
I'm not kidding. They would not take me back. I had to go back out to the waiting room to my husband and get 2 more credit cards. I thought I only had to pay the one chunk. We had to pay across 3 credit cards.
This is a hot mess.
We're still paying for it. And that was in
Jeez.
2024.
Golly.
So I'm just saying, I feel this woman. I understand where she's coming from. I had an ovary evicted, didn't even have a baby, and I paid more than that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
So the next time
I hate it too.
somebody tells you that parenting is expensive, just remember it starts before the baby even opens its eyes.
That was another charge. That was an itemized charge. Baby opens eyes.
$60.
$60. All right, what do we have next?
And now a little feature from our friends at About Face. Or
Nope,
not. We have
not
Taylor
today.
Swift. All right.
We're really loving this first show vibe that we got going. It is afternoon delight. What happened? You
maybe
do
not.
now. Well, folks, in today's episode of Swift Justice, our favorite pop star finds herself in a courtroom spotlight without a microphone in sight.
That's right, Meredith. Taylor Swift has been subpoenaed in the legal showdown between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. And no, it's not a new Netflix drama, though it certainly sounds like a good one.
Apparently, licensing a song for a film now comes with a side of legal justice, but I don't believe that to be the whole case because there's more chatter.
Yeah, stay tuned as we unpack this celebrity courtroom saga that's giving Law and Order a run for its money.
So, Swift has been officially subpoenaed to testify in the ongoing battle between Blake Lively, who is her best friend,
Yeah.
and director Justin Baldoni. Here's the thing. Trial is not scheduled until March of 2026. It already feels like this has been going on forever.
Yeah, I'm already ready for this to be over.
I
Can
need
they
it-
settle this?
I think everybody wants it to be
Yeah.
over.
Swift's spokesperson strongly refuted her involvement, stating that she had no role in the film's creation or production and only licensed one of her songs, My Tears Ricochet. Yeah. So Blake is suing Baldoni for sexual harassment and emotional distress, alleging inappropriate comments and behavior on the set.
And he filed a $4 million countersuit against her, her husband, and their publicist, alleging defamation and civil extortion.
The legal documents suggest that Lively leveraged her friendship with Swift and Reynolds to extort her control over the film's production.
And that's why they're saying that Swift had to be called in because they're saying that she was rewriting certain things behind his back. She was talking to Blake about ways in which he was producing and directing, because he was a director, right?
Right.
So to me, this becomes more about what she did behind the scenes and has nothing really to do with the song that she licensed.
Her role, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
saying that here, yeah.
So I don't know.
This is definitely taking a swipe at their friendship, too, Swift and Lively.
Apparently.
Yeah, it's been a little bit cold there.
And I don't think they can call Reynolds her husband because he's married to Blake.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's allowed to be called in this.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I don't believe so.
This is a very twist and tales here. Travis Kelce's
What do
Swift's
you-
boyfriend, yeah.
What do you think, Addie, as a 25-year-old?
I'm just so confused by it
Zennial.
all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you care?
I truly don't necessarily care, other than like I want. Maybe if I understood better what's going on. There's so much, to me, it feels even like, are they just trying to be in the headlines because there's so much every day, something new about it, and it almost feels like stuff that's like
Clickbaity.
Trying to keep it relevant, because if
Yeah.
it dies down, then Blake kind of loses a little bit here.
yeah,
I could
like
see
I
that.
mean, the movie's still just coming out, right? They want more or show or
No,
whatever.
now
and
you
there's
can
more.
stream it. Now you can stream
You can
the movie.
stream it, so
It's not
I
a
don't
bad
know.
movie,
I-
actually.
I didn't care for it.
Oh,
but I
interesting.
also, she just got a whole pooper on her other movie that just came out with oh my God,
I
the
don't
cute
know,
one,
but-
the cute one from the Cups movie, the song Glee. No, Pitch Perfect, the main one in Pitch Perfect. What's her name?
Anna Kendrick.
Anna
Michelle-
Kendrick.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
the movie that just came out with her and Anna Kendrick apparently is a big pooper.
Well, you see, even another clue that maybe this is all. It's
Maybe
just like
this
it's
is-
just a lot.
It's
Yeah.
a
They're
lot.
all pretty tight knit to be having these kinds of things seem like, oh, this miscommunication. It's just weird.
The
Yeah.
only thing I think of as a Swiftie is that possibly we could get some new songs from this, maybe.
Oh,
Which
like
would-
breakup songs?
Yeah, maybe
Which
this is
would
like...
Be another great part of the plan, right?
That would be a cool thing. Yes,
It would be
perfect.
cool.
Perfect for Reputation.
It
Taylor's
all-
version to come out. Yeah,
Yes,
perfect
that
timing.
was. You're right. That was her album that she basically came out fierce and
Yeah,
didn't give a F you
Right.
to you.
So let's hope the only bars she deals with are the musical ones. I'm giving it out for Taylor on that one.
Jennifer Fowler Taylor says, exactly, just trying to keep it relevant.
Yeah,
See, okay.
I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're wrong. All right, so let's take a look. What? Oh, now, and a word from About Face. When your skin needs a refresh,
Or you just want to feel like your most confident self.
About Face Aesthetics is our go-to.
These skin queens on the beauty scene know exactly how to treat you right.
From facials and skincare to injectables and glow-ups, they've got the magic touch.
And they make you feel seen, heard, and radiant from the inside out.
Ready to put your best face forward?
Say hello to About Face. Book your glow up today at aboutface.guru.
And now we are talking Cher.
Oh.
If I could turn back time,
Oh.
I'd probably skip this next story, but alas, here we are diving into the latest chapter of Cher's family saga.
Ah, the Allman family drama, because nothing says family bonding like public meltdowns and legal battles.
So apparently, Elijah Blue Allman was recently spotted outside the Chateau Marmont looking like he took fashion tips from a tornado.
Oh, that sounds a hot mess. And this isn't just a one-off. It's a part of a series of unfortunate events that make a Greek tragedy look like a sitcom.
Yikes. So let's unpack this mess, shall we? So what's going on, Davey?
All right, Elijah Blue Allman, 48 years old, son of Cher and late Greg Allman, obviously, was recently seen outside of Chateau Marmont in Hollywood, appearing disheveled and disoriented. A witness reported that he was wearing torn clothing, sweating profusely, and seemed confused, highlighting ongoing concerns about his well-being.
So this, to me, he's 48.
Yeah. Figure it
How
out.
old is Cher?
78 years young. God bless her. Her
78.
boyfriend is 35, so that means mine's not born yet.
Okay, great to know. But do you know what this says to me as a mother?
Yeah, what happened?
Your job is never done.
Oh, true.
He's 48. She's still trying to help him clean up his mess. This sounds like drugs, right? Sweating profusely, disheveled. It sounds like drugs.
Or a spin class, yeah.
No, it didn't give a spin class
Well,
vibe, Davey.
Could have just walked right out of spin. You never saw Soul Cycle's right there.
Okay. Cher's legal efforts were met with a resistance from Elijah, who argues that he was managing his finances and does not require a conservator.
Yeah, she was trying to get that in there.
It doesn't
yeah.
sound like he's managing anything.
Well,
Okay, I definitely
let's go.
cannot stop thinking, why is this news?
Yeah.
Personally.
So this should have been in our other
Personally.
segment.
Personally,
Okay.
a little bit, because you know why? This poor guy, man. Like, life, he's going through it.
He's apparently
Something's going on, right? This doesn't sound like he's
And
having a
did
good
we not learn
time.
from Brittany? Did we not learn from Brittany? Like, are we doing the same mistakes here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Like, I don't know. But I think that I feel for him a little bit, and he probably,
Yeah.
this might not be like everyone blast him. It might be like, oh, man,
So he has
get him
had
help.
periods of sobriety. It's looking like right now they're stating is not one of those periods.
Oh.
Well, right. He might need help.
Yes,
You know?
I agree.
But, like,
Why are we putting it in the public eye?
blasting
Yeah.
him, you know?
Right,
like,
right,
is
right.
it anyone's business that he needs help? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, the Almonds family experience right now highlights the difficulties that can arise when personal issues become very, very public and they are family drama.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's definitely not. It's cringy,
It's
right?
very
And I
cringy.
know cringe
Yeah.
because I'm
The queen.
the CEO of it. All right, so let's move on. This is Davey's wheelhouse right here. What we got?
Oh, no, darling. Grab your martinis and clutch your faux pearls. Actually, they'd be real because our next story is basically a Bravo blackout. It's the end of an era. It's the beginning it's the end of Roni, the Real Housewives of New York.
Yikes.
Wow.
You know it's serious when Bravo sends the OG girls into early retirement without so much as a reunion scream fest. I know that you love this, so I'm sad for you
Okay.
because do you watch every Real Housewives?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so how many are there?
Like 6.
6. So there's Utah,
Yep.
no more New York,
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake. There's Los Angeles,
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. What else?
We've got Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
We've got Potomac.
Potomac.
Yeah, Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah, that's a big one. Then they have like these spin-off shows, like they all go on vacation. There's a bunch of like little like spin-offs of that. But this one is like the flagship of like there's New Jersey, there's another one.
Was this the first one? New
This
York?
was the first one.
Okay,
yeah.
so
no,
tell us-
So sorry, Orange County. There's people out there who are going to roast me on that.
I
one.
was going to say.
Orange County was the first one. This was like probably one of the big flagships after that one.
So
but yeah.
tell us what happened with this. Why are they canceling it?
Well, they did a reboot. And so they had like the OG cast, and that did really, really well, but they were just seeing flat results. I mean, obviously, any network is gonna look at those numbers. And so they did a reboot, and they just were they got along, but then you also saw like how the producers kind of sink their teeth into sometimes like this, and they get a little bit too scripted, and they kind of like forced the animosity as opposed to that being organic, which we've seen over the years. So that
Right.
kind of, the fans kind of saw that this wasn't like a really cool approach on this, and the ratings just died. They really, truly did.
I think if it's a stinker, though, you got to move on.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're not getting ratings, that means there's no ad dollars. That means it's not going to work, and the network isn't going to keep it if it's not working.
It's such a silly game with these reality shows and the production of it because, you know, when reality show television was born, it was already so crazy that it was real in real time, and that was the catch. And then it was like, oh, wait, it needs to be crazier. And so the producers got to get crazy and do what we're talking about, start manipulating the cast.
Did you even see first reality TV? Have you seen
I've gone
like
back
Real
because
World?
I love reality television.
Okay, I do too. Listen, I am a sucker for reality
but all
TV.
I'm getting at here is that basically after all this time, now it's like, okay, now we've watched now we know your games.
Yeah.
You know,
You do,
We know
yeah.
your games, so you thought that can't work anymore. Basically, we can see it coming. We see when the texts are fake and the thing is planted.
I mean, Puck from
Oh, remember.
Real World.
Real World, yeah.
Real World was
I'm-
something
He was a
else.
real
that
beauty.
and that supposedly whatever
One of those.
was real deal. Like they didn't manipulate it.
Well, that's what
So
I
they
mean.
speak.
There was those phases of reality. If you
Right.
watch the Kardashians from beginning to now, you can see the evolution of reality television. I swear.
Yeah.
It's right there in the Kardashians.
It's a totally. I
Oh.
mean, they were like one of the OGs, like
The
the original on the blocks,
Kardashians,
and a lot of people don't like to
100.
give them a lot of credit, but they really did kind of kick that
I
off.
can't stand them. I
We
cannot
know.
stand the K
We
Kardashians.
understand. We know.
K.
Yeah.
KK.
Yeah.
KKK.
Not mad about
K
that.
Oh.
K K K.
Whoa.
No, not that.
There's
K.
not,
Like,
yeah, keep one of those out of there.
God
you can
bless
do
ya.
one, you can do two, you can do four.
listen, Addie,
list.
I'm learning that a K is bad.
Yes.
You must say okay.
Better.
Better.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
She texts us K.
Yeah.
I thought
K.
that meant like fine.
No,
That's
it's
so mean.
dismissive. K.
We've been bullied this whole time in
Oh.
this group chat.
Oh my God.
I'll just say it.
Here you go. Okay.
My tears are ricocheting.
Oh my gosh.
Housewives might be messy, but your rosé needs to be chilled, and your spin-offs are actually good.
All right. So let's see. It is time for the Pop Culture Thunderdome. All right. So who's reading the quiz today? Is it Addie?
No, it's you, right? Oh,
It's
no,
me?
it's Addie.
It's
because
Addie
yes.
because it's 1980s.
Yes. Adalway, please take us to the...
Do you want me to foot pedal it still?
Yep.
Okay.
It's time for our daily pop culture quiz. Today we have a music-inspired pop culture quiz from the 1980s.
All
Yes.
right. Question 1.
Question 1. Which artist made history in 1983 with the first music video by a black artist to air on MTV? A. Prince. B. Michael Jackson. C. Lionel Richie. Or D. Rick James.
Oh, wait a minute. Are
Oh.
we slapping the...
I wanted to win.
Did you almost broke the desk?
I want to win.
Okay, apparently he's buzzed in.
Smooth criminal.
Yes.
It's Michael Jackson, number B.
Number B.
Number B.
There
Give it-
you have it, folks. Number B.
Product of private school education, right?
Okay.
All right,
right.
number 2.
What band released the smash hit Sweet Child of Mine in 1987? A. Motley Crue. B. Poison. C. Guns N' Roses. Or D. Bon Jovi.
Guns N' Roses.
All right.
All right.
Tie score.
Tie score. I'm just going to slap it right now.
Oh my God. What she said.
Number 3. What Norwegian band had a major hit with the synth pop classic Take On Me? A. Aha. B. Roxette. C. Airshore. Or D. Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode.
That was everything. I think I really peed. I really peed my pants. I really
Somebody
peed my
help me
pants.
out.
This is what you do when you have a 25-year-old reading 80s pop culture. Oh, Addie, we love you.
Anyone want to help me out?
Depeche Mode.
How?
The answer is A. Uh-huh.
Okay.
How would I have said that?
It's
Personal
Depeche.
Jesus?
Depeche Mode.
Depeche.
I'll have the filet mignon.
Depeche.
Oh my God.
Depeche
That was
Mode.
amazing.
Whoa, where is this going? Are you
Oh.
doing this?
I forgot.
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. This is great. Go ahead.
Number 4. Which diva demanded to be like a virgin
Oh.
in 1984 and never looked back? A. Janet Jackson. B. Cyndi Lauper. C. Whitney Houston. Or D. Madonna.
Madonna. That's true.
Bing, 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 bing,
There we
bing,
go.
bing.
All right. What do we have? 5.
Number 5. What 1980s duo told us I can't go for that, no can do, and meant it?
I
A.
can't
Simon
go-
and Garfunkel. B. Hall and Oates. C. Wham. Or D. Eurythmics.
That was really cute. B. Hall & Oates.
Oh, it's
can't
so
go
funny.
for that.
Good
Ooh.
How
job.
many-
Number 6.
How many years? Wait, how many years? I'm 20 years old. So this is way out of your wheelhouse.
I like music and stuff, but I'm not good at names and stuff.
That's okay. This is 20 years before you.
Yeah.
25 years, 20 years. Okay.
Number 6. Which iconic charity single brought together dozens of stars to sing We Are the World in 1985? A. Live Aid. B. USA for Africa. C. Band-Aid. Or D. Hands Across America.
Live Aid.
All right. Back on the board.
Addie's like, what is Live Aid? It's USA for Africa.
Fancy Band-Aids for the world.
Yes.
Those of you in the comments, good job.
Yeah, they're doing it.
Number 7, what British singer's album Faith helped him dominate the late 80s as a solo artist? A, George Michael, B, Phil Collins, C, Sting, or D, Billy Idol?
Oh, Daddy, George Michael.
It is Daddy.
Oh.
It is Daddy George.
Oh.
Do you know who George Michael is?
Only through Arrested Development.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
that's
good.
fine. That
And
counts.
jokes and
A
whatnot.
great show.
Great show. Number 8, who warned us about every breath you take, but somehow made stalking sound romantic? A, The Cure, B, Sting, C, The Police, or D, U2?
B. Oh, no, C, the police.
In the comments, what do you
Do I
guys,
get to
who
steal?
knows?
Oh, you get to steal.
The police.
All right.
Oh,
For
look
the
at that.
steal. Nice blocker.
You got it.
Question blocking.
Number 9. What 1987 power ballad made every couple at every high school dance sway like their lives depended on it? A, Eternal Flame, The Bangles. B, Heaven, Bryan Adams. C, I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. Or D, I've Had the Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes.
D. I've had the time of my life.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow.
And that was Dirty Dancing. That was like the mega hit that was in Dirty Dancing.
Nobody puts Meredith in the corner.
Yeah, that's what they play. It's a great one. And then
Yeah.
they do the lift, and then
Yeah.
they shimmy out.
Could be our next TikTok.
Yeah, okay. I hope not. All right.
Number 10. What was Whitney Houston's debut single in 1985 and what launched her into superstardom?
Okay.
A, Saving All My Love for You. B, How Will I Know? C, You Give Good Love. Or
Ooh.
D, Greatest Love of All.
Ugh.
C, you give good love.
You give good love to me.
So
Never
next
too much
time
will never be.
we're doing different questions and it'll be, we're going to switch it up. every
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
I'll-
what is how's the progression?
So we're gonna go in decades. So tomorrow will be 1990s music.
Ooh,
You
getting
think you'll have a
closer.
better shot at that? Because I'll go 90s and you two can
Even
play.
if I don't, let's go for it and see what I don't know.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And we'll let you pronounce the names.
I'll learn. It's a
Okay.
learning chance.
Yeah, join the club.
Wait a minute. This is confusing as well. We didn't get. Where's Addie's Reddit segment?
So going into this next segment, we've got Addie's.
That's what we were supposed to do while he was gone.
Let's unpack this.
Oh no, it didn't get added.
I have it right here. I just didn't realize that if I didn't put anything there, that we would just fly right through.
It's okay.
town.
Let's throw it in. We can't. We have It's Not News and Addie's Reddit segment that we're gonna get. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. All right, let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
it.
do it.
Because we haven't seen this. I just want it to be known that we have no idea what Addie's about to say.
I'm very excited.
So I want to hear this.
I started with a relatively tame one, but anyways, let me introduce what's happening here.
Okay.
This is a segment called "Let's Unpack This."
Okay.
Okay.
Dave, graphic.
It
It already happened.
It already
Okay,
happened.
I don't have a way.
there
I
it
didn't
is.
know.
Look how cute.
Ready? Okay. This is a segment where I pick one wild, weird, or thought-provoking Reddit story. I read it to you, and then we unpack it together.
Okay.
So whether it's hilarious, outrageous, or just plain messy, we're getting into it.
Okay.
And listen, guys, I know Reddit segments are nothing new, but I genuinely love them. So let's be real. Not everyone has the time to go on Reddit and find
True.
these stories. So I'm bringing a little bit of Reddit to you. Okay.
So nice.
So today's post is from the Am I the Asshole? So,
Oh,
Okay.
I like it.
okay. So, am I the asshole for not agreeing to split the bill for a Mother's Day dinner?
Ooh.
So we're gonna get into this. I picked a little bit of a tame one because trust me, they're gonna get a little more interesting
okay.
than this.
Little sassier.
But this is a Mother's Day special, okay? My mother texted my oldest sister and I that we will be going to a restaurant on Friday, and I agreed and made sure to free up my evening. Come Friday, we were 11 persons, 2 families at the table, including my grandma, aunt, uncle, and cousins. Near the end of the dinner, my sister stood up and went away somewhere. When she came back, she had a receipt in her hand, so my mom asked if that's the bill she was holding. My sister announced that she went to pay and that me and her were treating the table today for Mother's Day. I was shocked because we never discussed that. She handed me the bill and asked me to e-transfer half of the total. $350 divided by 2, $175, which I must say is a pretty cheap dinner for all
Yeah,
that.
that many people.
That's a lot of people. That's a good deal.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Must have been pizza.
I love pizza.
back in our place, I told my sister that I couldn't afford that with all the bills and that I did not agree to split the bill beforehand. She then proceeded to say that I'm ungrateful for our mom and that as the older children in the group, we need to foot the bill. For more context, since the end of last year, I no longer live with my parents. I'm in my 20s, and I currently live with my oldest sister, mainly because she wanted to move out and couldn't afford to pay the mortgage/bills by herself.
Ooh, it gets messier and messier.
So my parents made me move out with her. At the time, I didn't realize how expensive that will be. My sister has now a 6-figure job, and I have a way lower income and basically living paycheck to paycheck. That's no excuse for me not to pay, but I wanted to point out our different financial realities. I haven't paid her yet, but am I the asshole for not wanting to split the bill?
Ooh,
Meredith?
this got real messy
Yeah.
real quick.
We're going to need you to help here.
So here's how I see it. The 2 siblings did not agree to this at first. She sidelined her and said she was going to pay her half. I would never expect one of my siblings to pony over dough and call them out in public that way. So I say she is not the a-hole. Davey?
What about you, Davey?
Suck it up, Buttercup. This is a family outing. I say split that bill. I say split that. You're talking about the mama here. I mean, you got to be ready for these holidays. And how are you not financially getting ready for what's happening in front of you? You knew Mother's Day was coming up. You got to be ready for that moment. And maybe you don't buy mom the gift and actually the money goes to celebrate with the whole family. I don't know. I think he's an asshole.
Okay.
Well,
I got Taco Bell,
Okay, see?
and I paid for it.
so
So I'm sad.
popular opinion on this was not the asshole.
Okay, wow.
Ah, look at
People
me.
said, and don't pay it. This wasn't something you agreed to, so therefore you shouldn't have to pay that much. It's not that you don't appreciate your mom. It's just that you simply can't afford that much at the moment.
And this is the problem with society. You need to up your standards. You need to up your level. You need to level up your game. I am tired of this
Level up,
mediocre
level up,
crap.
level up.
You need to rattle the cage of mediocrity and do something for your mother.
Well, there you have it, guys.
Okay, that is Addie's Reddit review. Let's
That's
unpack
today's.
this. Okay.
I definitely,
So-
and I packed it right back up too.
Next, we have Is This News? However, we don't have papers for it.
Oh yeah, we don't have papers.
We
for
don't
it.
have it in the show segment. Excuse me, Poppy. We were doing things. So tomorrow we're going to have a segment called Is This News? Because we don't today.
Guys, don't worry about it. It's the one I screwed up anyway, so it's fine. This was Jesus saying, maybe we don't do it today. Yeah.
Yes, it was. That is a fact.
Oh, Dave was just texting me to remember to do better tomorrow.
Okay. It's awesome.
I
Don't
wasn't
forget-
supposed to read that out loud.
Don't forget to follow us on sunnysaint.johns on Instagram and Sunny St. John's, one word, on Facebook, and the TikTok, sunny.st.johns. And we've got all our great sponsors. Please support them. They're amazing.
What?
The show's not over.
Oh, just kidding.
Our teleprompter is really...
Well, I didn't know there. What segment did we miss?
Let's level here.
Oh, that's right.
When Dave left us to solve and do things by ourselves,
We didn't.
we didn't. We had a nice time together doing other things.
Team bonding.
We did. It was a team building exercise where we talked about Dave behind his back.
Yeah. True.
No, not true. Go ahead.
And we said wonderful things like he's the best, and how do we survive without him? He's not here.
Obviously.
We can't do this.
Yeah.
Obviously.
All right. What do we
Anyways.
got, Attaway?
This is going to be the final thing today. So this is going to be a new thing called Smash, Marry, Ghost.
Ooh, love it.
I love it.
Welcome to Smash, Marry, Ghost, the game where bad decisions are encouraged and overthinking is required.
I love it. I love it.
Here's how it works. I give you 3 people, real, fictional, or otherwise chaotic. You decide which one you'd smash for obvious reasons. Marry because you crave stability or delusion. And ghost because someone's got to go.
Okay.
All right. Today I'm pulling 3 icons from People Magazine's Sexiest Men Alive list.
Okay.
The hottest of all time, and we're about to find out who would smash, marry, or ghost. Okay.
Ooh, this is so fun. Look at
Ready?
these 3.
Today we have Michael B. Jordan,
Okay.
Chris Hemsworth, and John Krasinski. Okay, so I wanted to start it off with a hard kicker. 3 handsome men that apparently Davey halfway doesn't care for. He's looking not excited.
Really?
He's looking
Yeah,
not
interesting
excited.
choices here. Okay.
I wanted it to be
They all
hard.
look the same. Ugh.
Wow. Wait. They all look the same?
To me, yeah, they look like it's like we got it,
Okay,
yeah.
do you guys want to know? I think what I know
Yeah,
my
please,
answers.
give me
of
some
course.
guidance here. I have
Okay,
no
you
idea.
go first.
I'll
I'm a
tell
virgin.
you. Okay.
Okay.
I would. Oh, this is hilarious. I would smash Michael B. Jordan.
Hell yeah.
Yes, girl.
Duh.
Yes.
Drive through twice.
I would 100% marry John Krasinski. Mwah, The Office. Mwah. And definitely kill Chris Hemsworth. Sorry.
Ghost.
I'm sorry.
Ghost.
Ghost.
Oh,
Ghost.
ghosting
We would
Chris.
never
Ghost.
do that.
I would never kill a soul.
No, we wouldn't. But we could ghost hardcore.
Uh,
All right. It's your turn, Davey.
I would. God. All right. I'm going to go smash Michael, marry Chris,
Oh.
and ghost John.
How could you ghost John?
Oh, I could. Yeah.
I knew you were going to ghost John.
Yeah, I
I
knew.
just knew it. I
Yeah.
just had a feeling, a hunch.
Be friends.
Okay.
Me and Davey have very different taste
Yeah,
in men.
very.
I've
Yeah.
noticed.
So, Attaway,
Hmm.
I am going in your order. 100%.
Oh, you're following that lead?
Jordan B., Krasinski, Hemsworth, I have no use for.
Oh, wow.
No use for.
Interesting.
I feel like there might be a 20-year gap here, but I'm feeling it in that order.
You guys just wait until you see tomorrow's.
I can't. This was really, you made this one tough.
I made it tough and tame,
Yeah.
in my
yeah,
opinion.
it
Yeah.
was tame.
For a starting point, like, okay, yeah, duh. Like,
True, true.
hottest alive from People magazine. Everyone thinks they're
Oh,
hot.
these are hottest alive from People. I missed that.
Yes.
Okay, that
magazine,
makes
People
sense.
magazine's like top whatever hottest alive men.
I
some
don't get
whatever.
Hemsworth, though, at all.
Me neither.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. He looks like he's a little bit of a cheese ball to me.
Yeah. Can I ask Davey who you would have on your hottest alive list?
Yeah.
Because you didn't. You literally balked at all three.
Yeah.
So I want to know Davey's hottest 3 people alive list.
It'll be exciting for tomorrow, everybody.
Ah, you're going to hold it?
Stay tuned for
Okay,
tomorrow.
I like that. All right. So,
I got to ask permission.
okay. Shout out to our sponsors that made today's show possible. Who do we have today?
STA Lab, Bailey Group, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39, About Face, and Panache.
All right. Great Expectations, Realty and Auctions, Flashes and Brilliance, Spice and Tea Exchange, Epic Behavioral Health, and Emma Concerts. So don't forget to join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. for Afternoon Delight.
It'll be way better.
Better.